This is Calculator Functions, Tips and Other Helpful Info by High School Math Analyzers. Let's get into it. First question, Gisela would owe $15,500 in taxes each year if she were not eligible for any tax deductions. This year, Gisela is eligible for tax deductions that reduce the amount of taxes she owes by $2,325. If these tax deductions reduce the amount of taxes Gisela owes this year by D%, what is the value of D? So, first off, we know normally she would pay $15,500, but she gets a certain amount of deductions that reduces the amount of taxes she owes by $2,325. So she gets that certain amount of deduction, and that reduces her taxes by her initial amount subtracted by $2,325. So knowing that these equations are equal, we're going to simplify, and putting in our calculators, 15,500 minus $2,325, we're left with 13,175. Now, to isolate for x, we're going to divide by 15,500 on both sides. And we're left with x is equal to 0.85. So basically, her initial taxes now are 0.85 of what they once were. And that means that her taxes were reduced by what we're looking for, D%, which is actually not 0.85 or 85%. But since they're 85% of what they once were, let's say that 1 is how much it was initially, 15,500, subtracted by the 0.85, that means her taxes went down by 0.15, or converting into percent form, which is really important, we get our answer, which is 15%. So the value of D would be 15. So it's important that we subtract 1 from the 0.85, this 0.85 from 1, because we're looking for how much her taxes were reduced, and the 0.85 is how much it is from the original. So it's 0.15 or 15% of her tax reduction, but this value, 13,175, is 85% of the original amount, which is of $15,500. So our answer here, or a value of D, is 15 or 15%. Next question. The system of equations above has no solutions. If A and B are constants, what is the value of A over B? So this question may seem a little bit daunting initially, but it's important to keep in mind that the equations, both of them have no solutions. So the first thing we're going to do to make things easier is we're going to put y on one side. So let's do that for this first equation above here. 3/4 x minus 1/2 y equals 12. We can subtract 3/4x from both sides, and we're left with 1/2 y equals minus 3/4x plus 12. And then we can multiply by -2 on both sides, which will cancel out here, and we're left with y is equal to, see, -2 times -3/4. That's positive 6/4, or just 3/2x. And 12 times -2 is -24. Okay, and then we'll do that same thing over here. And what we're going to do, knowing that it has no solutions, is that if that's true, that means that both of these equations will have the same slope, but different y-intercepts. And that's because, say we draw a graph here, although these might not be the slopes, that means that even though they have the same slope and those lines are going up at the same rate, they have different y-intercepts, which means they start at different points. So as these lines go up, 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 they never touch and are parallel, which means they have no solutions, since they never intersect with each other. No points of intersection. And that's important. That's why we're finding what this slope is, which we can see is 3/2. And so we're going to do the same thing on this equation over here. ax minus by equals 9. Let's write that out. All right, let's set y to one side. So we're going to subtract by ax on both sides, and we get minus by equals -ax plus 9. Then we can divide by -b on both sides, and we get that y is equal to abx minus 9 over b. So looking here, ask for the value of a over b. Well, a over b seems to correspond to this 3 over 2, since we know the slopes have to be the same. Therefore, a over b is just 3 over 2, and we have our answer right there. Since they have the same slopes, that confirms that they have no solutions, since they'll never intersect. Next up, question 15, and our last question. Line M in the xy plane contains the points 2, 4 and 0, 1. Which of the following is an equation of line M? So, the first thing we're going to do, looking at this equation, is think about our way to calculate our slope. And what we can do, knowing these 2 points, 2, 4 and 0, 1, is we can use this equation y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 equals the slope. And this is just another way of writing basically rise over run. So we'll take these points, start with this 1 here, which is y2, minus y1, which will be this 4, divided by x2, 0, minus x1, 2. So we'll simplify that. That's negative 3 over negative 2. And we'll cancel out the negative, and we get that our slope is 3 over 2. So immediately, we can cancel out the first two answer choices A and B. And we're left with these last two choices, either C or D. And now all we need to know is which of the equations is true. We see these differences here in the y-intercept. So what we can do is, knowing that the slope is 3 over 2, we can write this out as this, y equals 3 over 2x plus b, with b being our y-intercept. And we can plug in points for x and y to make the equation true. And the points we'll choose are one of these 2 points here, either 2, 4 or 0, 1. We'll just use 2, 4. We can use either one though. So that 4 would be our y value, and the 2 would be our x value. So these two should be equivalent. So we cancel out the 2 on both sides, and we get that 4 equals 3 plus b. Subtract on 3 on both sides, and we find that 1 equals b, or b equals 1. So 1 is our y-intercept, and we see that matches perfectly with choice D, which is the correct answer, since we have this plus 1. So y equals 3 over 2x plus 1. And that is it for this video. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you can kind of get a sense of what you have to do on this calculator section. Or I guess in this case, this wasn't a calculator question, but just conceptualizing questions with graphs and figuring out the simplest way to do certain questions. Just going back to what I said, these questions may seem daunting initially, and you may seem unsure what to do, but there may be a certain equation or something you have to do within the problem, and in the end, the question may be a little bit simpler than what it may initially seem. Hope this was helpful. Thank you so much.
Please subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Like, comment, and share this video. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok at High School Math Analyzers. Thanks for watching. We hope this video was helpful to you, and we'll see you in the next one.